Obligatory disclaimer up front. TikTok has been muting or taking down some of our videos within minutes of them being posted. So if you're watching this video on TikTok, I want to point out that this video is available on our YouTube channel as well. I'm also adding captions for the disclaimer in case it does get muted. Now that we got that out of the way, what's up, Fam of Liberty and everybody else watching this video who isn't following our channel for some inexplicable reason? I'm Admin Tim, founder of the Sons of Liberty. I got complaints on my last video that Mikey didn't make an appearance, so here he is. If you're new to this channel, fuck Donald Trump and fuck MAGA traitors. This ain't no safe space for bootlicking simps for a wish.com wannabe fascist oligarch. Also, to the one guy who was really upset about my last video content about the Big Johnson, I just want to say, bye-bye. Now that you know where I stand on things, if you're not a thoroughly triggered conservative snowflake who regularly gets cucked by descendants of Soviets, or you're not offended by people talking about penises, then you'll probably want to stick around. Maybe consider following the channel after you watch this video. In some of my previous videos, I've mentioned that I have never considered myself a funny person at all. But today I'm going to tell you a joke. Now before I do, however, I'd actually like to ask all of you watching this video to do me a favor. When you see or hear something in any of my videos that you think is funny, let me know what it is in the comment section. On YouTube, you can even type in the timestamp on the comments. Alright, so this is the joke. Stop me if you heard this one before. A billionaire walks into a McDonald's and says, "I'm looking for a job." That joke is Donald Trump. That's the joke. That's right, Donald Trump set up a fake publicity event at a closed franchise McDonald's in Pennsylvania and pretended to serve some fries without a hairnet, and he also worked the drive-thru. He told the fake drive-thru customers at the closed event that he paid for their food, which we all know is bullshit considering he has a well-publicized, decades-long track record of verifiable instances of not paying people, unless it's a porn star or a Playboy model, for their silence, sometimes twice. Yes, he tried to bribe Stormy Daniels again last year, which is fucking stupid since that story broke years ago. Anyway, so Donald Trump is such a little bitch-made cuck who is severely triggered by anyone that isn't a bootlicking simp that he created this fake publicity event at a franchise McDonald's where he led off with, "I'm looking for a job, and I've always wanted to work at McDonald's, but I never did. I'm running against somebody that said she did, but it turned out to be a totally phony story." Let me reiterate that bit because your boy Big Sarge knows petty. I have an ex-wife. This motherfucker is so triggered by Kamala Harris and her working class background, where she said on camera that she worked the fry pit and a cash register at a California McDonald's in 1983, that Trump had to go try and one-up her by creating his own staged event at a closed McDonald's with paid volunteers as drive-thru customers. This weird display is nothing new for the world's pettiest crybaby, a man who's so much of a baby-back bitch that he takes credit for other people's accomplishments. If you remember the whole birther movement, that was started by Trump over Barack Obama's birth certificate. Donald Trump also pushed a conspiracy theory that Texas Senator Rafael Tedward Cruz, a Canadian immigrant who is the son of a Cuban refugee himself named Rafael Cruz, Trump pushed the conspiracy theory that Rafael Cruz Sr. aided in the assassination of President Kennedy. Trump also suggested that Nikki Haley wasn't a natural-born U.S. citizen, and he also claimed that Kamala Harris only recently decided that she was black. That's just a small smattering of Trump's attempts at character assassination by challenging the veracity of his opponent's background. Alright, I've got time for one more joke. This one is by personal request in my YouTube comments from a retired full bird colonel. He asked me to tell some lieutenant jokes. I mean, that in and of itself is a joke, but I'm going to do a proper joke. What's the difference in a second lieutenant and a private first class? A PFC has been promoted at least once. Okay, so that one's kind of tame, so I'm going to explain why we bag on butter bars in the military for those of you who are not veterans. They're usually like 22 years old, fresh out of the academy or ROTC, just graduated officer basic, want to come in shit hot, while there are dumb privates who lived on farms and in trailers who are assigned to that lieutenant who know more about the military than that guy. Also, lieutenants do dumb shit like get lost or get their platoon lost. I once attended a class that was being taught by a butter bar who is explaining how to do some calls for fire shit like calling for artillery and whatnot. The lieutenant pulls out a pair of binoculars and is trying to teach us how to use the built-in rangefinder to gauge distance. Only he's not able to see a damn thing. Now bear in mind that this guy is standing in front of like 50 or 60 NCOs and junior enlisted, plus a couple of officer peers. Finally, up in the front row, some 19-year-old pipsqueak private stands up, raises his hand and says, "Sir, I think you have to take the lens cap off first, sir." I just want to note, I've had some really fucking cool lieutenants, and I hope those dudes went on to be great leaders. Hopefully nobody's salty. Obligatory disclaimers. If you like the shirts and the hoodie that I wear in my videos, some of them, but not all of them, are available in the Sons of Liberty merch store, which is linked in the channel description. It's also in the YouTube video description, and it's in the Throatpunch at the end of our video. You can hang out with the Sons of Liberty admin team and page fams on our official Discord. And as per my last, that's also linked in those places that I mentioned. It doesn't matter if you're a gamer or not, Discord has a lot of different functions. If you like our content, then we'd appreciate it if you'd follow us on all the socials, whichever ones that you've got. We'd also appreciate it if you'd subscribe, like, and get notifications on our channel. It's a little bit of a different process on TikTok, but if you're on TikTok, you already knew that already. I said already twice. What the fuck? You can help us extend our reach by sharing our video content, and you can help us beat the algorithm by leaving us at least 7 words in the comments section. Why 7 words? Because someone smarter than I am done science the shit out of it and determined that 7 was the magic number. If anything I said in my video upset you or otherwise offended you, well, I don't care. I'm going to do my thing. You can do yours by laying your prayers at the altar of Saint Fuapap, whose holy book we learned the lesson of Admin Tim 316, which is, get fucked and die mad about it. Hashtag not sorry, not sorry. 2 claps and a Rick. Get your sweet ass out there and vote! Woo!
And now it's time for the Throatpunch!
Mikey, stop eating the fucking dildo. Sweet ass out there and vote. Mikey, please stop attacking the tripod, sir. I got complaints on my last video that Mikey didn't make an appearance, so here he is in all of his dildo licking, tripod shaking glory. Want to say hi to the fam of Liberty, buddy? Say hi. No hi for the fam? Okay, all right. I'll put you down.